Predator Badlands takes one of the most iconic, sinister villains and turns him into the good guy? Taking him on a wholesome journey to learn the meaning of family and the power of friendship. But now, jokes aside, there's actually some good stuff in the movie. It's not going to revolutionize film or anything, but the fact that I have anything positive to say at all is surprising, as my expectations were so low that I expected to be nothing other than hot garbage. Yet, there's some decent action, there's a lot of fun to be had here, but the main complaint is that this family-friendly movie is unrecognizable from the action-packed horror story it is supposed to continue. This would almost be like if Silence of the Lambs had a sequel with the same vibe as Ant-Man. Yeah, they both have some action in them, but the tones are miles apart. And it kind of feels that way with Predator Badlands. And a huge reason as to why Predator Badlands feels this way is that it falls into a lot of the habits that modern Hollywood has, as the original Predator movie was everything modern Hollywood isn't. It was a small movie with a modest $15 million budget, so it was limited with its special effects, which forced them to be more creative and resulted in a more believable monster, which is the opposite of Predator Badlands, which is heavy on special effects, having dragons and dinosaurs running around on alien planets. I do give them credit, some of their shots do look really great, except the design of the Predator's face, as sometimes it just looks straight up goofy and doesn't look anywhere as believable and tangible, real as it did 40 years ago. And something else that made the Predator distinct from today was that it was an unapologetic action movie filled with guns and explosions, with serious masculine men meeting their gory demise. Whereas in modern Hollywood, Amazon now feels the need to Photoshop out James Bond from holding a gun because a man holding a gun is just too problematic. Which is kind of something we see here in Predator Badlands, with all the humans and guns now replaced by robots so there could be no blood and the movie can be PG-13, which is a gigantic difference from Predator. And another noticeable distinction is the use of humor. Because in the original Predator, Arnold, he had some cheesy one-liners, that's why we love him.
Knock, knock.
But the jokes are there to show how unconcerned these top-of-the-line soldiers are with fighting these mere men. Yet, once they have the fear of the Predator in them, all the jokes stop. There is no comic relief for the rest of the film, as these men are sincerely worried about their own survival. Compared to movies nowadays, where everything's a joke and nothing's taken seriously.
Out of his butt?
No.
Everything needs to be goofy and have the continuous comedic relief of a bad Marvel movie, which was one of the most unsettling things in Predator Badlands, with the constant modern humor throughout the entire movie, as the Predator's robot girlfriend is giving quippy one-liners every 5 seconds, and the Predator has a cute CGI monkey as a pet sidekick. He was fun and I liked him, but it was an odd choice for the Predator. And another odd choice is how they dealt with the Predator itself, as the mysterious, incomprehensible force of evil that kills for sport is scrapped and replaced by a sensitive, relatable, and emotional Predator that opens up about his family trauma. There is nothing more modern Hollywood than changing a mute character to speak just so he can share about his daddy issues.
But why?
Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
But on the other hand, if you kind of just ignore that Badlands is supposed to seamlessly fit in with Arnold and Carl Weathers running around the jungle, which is a pretty big ask, you do have a lighthearted and wholesome action movie with a funny monkey friend that fills a void that the likes of Marvel has failed to do. So in one sense, I could recommend this movie. But if you are a faithful fan of Predator, this movie will likely frustrate you endlessly and make you wonder why they had to change the Predator so much when they could have just made their own original movie instead.
Thanks for watching
DUCKFINDER
on YouTube. For more premium content, subscribe.
Just like the